Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be working with this Adire. We'll be using it to make a bridal robe or a sleeping robe. There's this trendy bridal robe that is going on now with Adire or Kampala. I don't know which one you call this, but we'll be using this fabric to create that. So please, in folding this fabric, you need to be mindful of the pattern. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so you're going to fold it this way, then you measure your desired length. Okay, measure desired length, then be mindful of the fabric. So this fabric is about 2 yards, it's 2 yards, so I just divided into two first. Then I'm measuring 4 inches at the center front first. It's a wrap dress, so I measure 4 inches first and roll that out. So every other measurement is going to start after the 4 inches. Then I measure the bust point, which is about 10 inches. So after then the neckline, three I did 2.5 for the neck width. Then you measure your shoulder starting from the center front, which is 4 inches. Then I measure the shoulder about 7.5 altogether. Then after the shoulder you measure your desired sleeve length. Okay, so whatever your sleeve length is, you mark it from the shoulder. We are cutting everything together. Okay, so on the bust point now, you measure the widest parts on the body. So I'll be using this client's hip, which is 11 after divided by 4. Then I add 1 inch for ease. So from this 1 inch for ease, I'm going to go up by 1 inch again in order to create the sleeve. So that's where the sleeve is joining the bodies. Okay, so whatever we have on this bust point, that's what I'm going to take down to the hem line. So measuring, I think everything is about 16 inches from the center front. That's the 4 inches inclusive. So I'll take it down to the gown length. Okay, so this is it. So here I'm just cross checking the length I'll be working with, and remember to put some fabric aside for the collar. So that's why I have to measure this length, and I'll be using that design at the down part for the collar. And the collar is a long one. Okay, so now for the neckline, it's a V-neck, so I measure 8 inches for the neck depth. We only measure the neck width. The neck width, you can make it 2.5 or 3 inches, but I think I used 2.5. Then connect it to 8 inches for the neck depth. So this V-neck, just watch the way I place my ruler. Just measure it slightly down. Wherever I stop, just mark it there. Then the sleeve also is stop where the fabric stop. I said I'm using 2 yards. Then shoulder slope, you might want to create maybe ½ inch for the shoulder slope. But whatever you're doing, just make sure your calculation is right so that the sleeve will not be tiny or be small at the end of the day. So this is it for the front. So in order to cut the back, since it's the same measurement, so I'm just folding in the 4 inches. So you just fold in the 4 inches first, and you use the same thing to replicate the back, just that the neckline is different. Then remember, if you're working with something with different pattern design like this, with different design, make sure you calculate everything well so that it won't be working against each other. So trying to secure with a pin. So for the back neckline, I measure 1.5 inch for the neck depth. The neck width is going to be the same thing, but the neck depth can be different. So go ahead and cut it out. So first, we'll cut out the back neckline first. Okay, then you carefully remove the front or you lift it up in order to cut the front neckline. So now I've removed the back completely. Now I'll go on and cut out the front neckline. So you can cut it either way. So thank God you've used a chalk or something to mark it. Just follow your markings. You can see the way I'm cutting it on fold. If you like, you can open it up. It's still the same thing because you still end up cutting everything out. Just that when I'm working on something, I love to make use of different methods, demonstrate and try new things. So you can cut it out either way. You can see at the end of the day, I'll still cut it out. Then the down part, you just go ahead and slash it open. Then if you notice any part is not properly aligned, just trim it out. Okay, so guys, if you watch this video to this point, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Okay, and please you can also share on your timeline, share on your shared videos, please. So the cutting is done. So now I'm trying to cut out the collar. You can see the part I'm using, so just cut it out. Okay, so now we're going to be joining everything. So I'm just trying to chalk the wrong side. So the back is this, the back, you place the front. So if you like, you can just use pin or something to secure the front together, like at the center front, or just find a way to join it at the shoulder. And just use ½ inch to join at the shoulder. Join the both shoulder. Then ½ inch. Make sure it's well aligned. Okay. So when we are done, you now pick the sleeve part, then fold. So it depends on how long you want your sleeve to be. So I'm using, you first turn by ½ inch and then 1 inch. Or you can just use half inches. It depends on how many allowance you have left there. Then I'm turning to the other side also. I'm folding on ½ inch first. Then just so. So since that is done, we're going to align the front and back together very well. So see the way I'm arranging the sleeve area. Then you stitch. Carefully stitch that armhole part, the cuff area. Then at this point, make sure your sewing allowance is not too much. You can just use ½ inch or 1 inch, because if it's too big, that cuff part will not relax very well unless you're going to notch it. Then you turn to the other side and sew the two sleeves together also. Okay, so we are moving. So now I'm going to pick one M line. You measure around the front from one end to the other. Measure it around. So whatever you have, you go ahead and create a belt of that measurement. You can even add some inches just to be sure you have enough to go around. So I've already prepared mine. I think initially it was not enough, so I have to pick up my other pieces and add to it. Then when you're adding to this belt, make sure you add on both sides. If there's joining at the right side, let there be joining at the left side also. I hope you understand. I love to make things equal that way. So you can see I pick each end and add the extra fabric to it from the down part on both sides. So now you go on and place it on fold, then fix it right side to right side on the bodies. of the dress. You can see the way I'm sewing it. The belt is on fold. You iron it properly. Then you attach it right side to right side. So when you are done, this is what it will give you. So you give it a good press so that it will lie properly. When you're sewing the cuff, the neck area, just be patient and make sure you sew that part too very well. Then go ahead and do the hemming. For the hemming, so I think I left 2 inches for the hemming or 1.5. It depends on whatever measurement you are working with. Okay. And now I think our bridal robe is ready. Okay, so it's as simple as this, guys. So this is how it's going to be. So the next thing, you go on and create a belt. There's a belt that will go around the waist. You give it a good press and also create the belt. This is it, guys. Okay, so this is our packaged bridal robe. This is what we have. Ironed, and you can see, make sure everything is well aligned. This is what it looks like. So guys, I hope you find this video helpful. Please remember to give it a thumbs up, and if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. Okay, so, and this is the rope that I created with it. You go on, if you like, you can create a little passage for the rope on each side seam. You can create it. So this is it, guys. So I hope you find it helpful. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. God bless you.